Chalein ji, thank you very much for inviting me here. We don't have a lot of people at the moment online or in person there, lekin let's start with some introductions. मैं अपना introduction कराऊंगी, but I'll do it after you guys. So 30 seconds, name, background, and the most important question is, what are you expecting from today? What are your expectations from today?
So will you interact with people so they should respond to an introduction? अपना introduction करा दीजिए, आप start करें.
मुझे आवाज नहीं आ रही बासित, I can't hear.
मेरा नाम भी हारिस है.
आप बोले.
मेरा नाम भी हारिस है और जामिया नूरिया में पढ़ा भी रहा हूँ और ट्रेनिंग का काम भी है. क्लास के साथ है वो.
ठीक है.
ये काउंसलिंग में दी है सीपीए. बड़ी से और भी चीजें सीख रहा हूँ, फ्रीलांसिंग भी सीख रहा हूँ और भी चीजें जो है वो एमएस ऑफिस वगैरह मजीद और बहुत कुछ सिखा रहे हैं. मैं जायजा करता हूँ. अस्सलाम वालेकुम. मेरा नाम बशीर है.
वालेकुम सलाम. सॉरी बासित, आई थिंक आपने स्पीकर दोबारा स्टार्ट कर दिया, मुझे बिल्कुल आवाज नहीं आ रही.
अच्छा ठीक है, ये करें.
Now अभी सही है?
नहीं, ये आवाज. हाँ ठीक है, ठीक है. सॉरी, आप कुछ कह रहे थे.
मेरा नाम बशीर है. मैं जामिया नूरिया में अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह 10 साल से टीचर भी हूँ और निज़ाम भी पढ़ी और टीचिंग के साथ साथ मैं जो है इंतजामी और रेवेन्यू डिपार्टमेंट में भी होता हूँ और अभी भी आप लोगों के पास आए हैं थोड़ी सी अपनी चाहिए के हवाले से कुछ सीखना.
शुक्रिया.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम. मेरा नाम तारिक महमूद है. मैं जामिया नूरिया में 2017 से तदरीस कर रहा हूँ. मैं स्कूल का इंचार्ज भी हूँ और बाकी इंशाअल्लाह कैरियर काउंसलिंग के हवाले से या कैरियर ट्रेनिंग के हवाले से कुछ चीज़ें इंशाअल्लाह यहाँ से सीखने को मिलेंगी इंशाअल्लाह. पाया.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम. मैं मोहम्मद इरफान और जामिया नूरिया आलिया में आईटी असिस्टेंट हेड हूँ और इसके अलावा हमारा जामिया का जो बैनुल अक़वामी बोर्ड है एजुकेशन बोर्ड, उसका आईटी का डिप्टी डायरेक्टर भी हूँ और इसके साथ साथ अगर मैं एजुकेशन की बात करूँ तो सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर हूँ और रिसेंटली हमने इंग्लिश की है काफ़ी स्पीकर. पीएचडी की तरफ जा रहा हूँ. सोच रहा हूँ कि कुछ एक्स्ट्रा वर्कशॉप्स वगैरह करना जिससे मुझे रिसर्च करने का आसान है, तो उसी सिलसिले में आज यहाँ आना है.
थैंक यू. थैंक यू. तो मोहसिना और सानिया.
Yes, assalamu alaikum, Noor.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम.
Okay, so this is Mohsina and मेरा PhD है psychology में recently और मैंने कराची यूनिवर्सिटी से किया है और उसके अंदर मेरा जो main topic था that was developing an instrument for assessment for career guidance and counseling. और जो मेरा experience है उसके अंदर मैंने actually it's quite diverse. मैंने academic setting में काम किया है in different capacities as a teacher at university level and at Al Khan University Examination Board as a specialist exam development and curriculum development and मेरा जो है वो college में experience है as a sort of counselor or you could say personality enhancement specialist. और इसके अलावा मेरा डेवलपमेंट सेक्टर में कुछ काम है. So this is my background. और आज के जो सेशन है उससे मेरी एक्सपेक्टेशंस कुछ ये हैं कि मुझे थोड़ा जितना मेरा डिस्क्रीट एक्सपीरियंस है उसके हवाले से जो है मैं थोड़ा गाइडेंस मिल जाएगी. I just hope that how can I further plan my career.
ठीक है. थैंक यू मोहसिना. एंड आपका बहुत अच्छा करियर है. थैंक यू टू ऑल ऑफ यू फॉर शेयरिंग. मेरा आज ये सवाल पूछने का मकसद ये था कि usually we design a workshop based on our experiences or the audience. So today Basit told me that there's going to be a very diverse audience. So I wanted to know what is it that I'm missing today, and if there is any question, then I can take it separately. Thank you. Sania, are you with us? Okay. वालेकुम अस्सलाम।
जी, मेरा नाम हाफिजा सानिया हमीद है।
ठीक है।
मैंने दर्स निज़ामी किया हुआ है जामिया बिनूरिया आलमिया लिलबनात से, और अभी मैं यहाँ पर शोबा जो स्कूल है, स्कूल डिपार्टमेंट है, वहाँ पर एज अ डिप्टी डायरेक्टर अपनी खिदमात सर अंजाम दे रही हूँ। प्लस यहाँ की जो ऑनलाइन एकेडमी है, बिनूरिया ऑनलाइन एकेडमी, उसमें भी एज अ डिप्टी डायरेक्टर अपनी खिदमात सर अंजाम दे रही हूँ, और मुख्तलिफ कोर्सेज जो हैं वो भी मैंने किए हुए हैं, शॉर्ट कोर्सेज वगैरह।
चलें, जबरदस्त, बहुत शुक्रिया। ठीक है, तो Basit, I think you told me that there's going to be a conference room. Is that set up?
जी बिल्कुल। ये किस लेवल पे होगा? मिस आयशा कनेक्टेड है या कौन है जो कॉन्फ्रेंस में?
यहाँ मिस सानिया है और भी सब साथ बैठे।
अच्छा मिस सानिया, जरा बताइए आप कॉन्फ्रेंस पे अगर आपने वहाँ पे शेड्यूल है, क्योंकि हम आपको देख नहीं पा रहे, तो हमें ऐसा लग रहा है कि सिर्फ मिस सानिया वहाँ कनेक्टेड है। तो क्या आप लोगों को हम देख सकते हैं, या अगर है तो थोड़ी डिटेल बताइए।
सर यहाँ पर तमाम टीचर्स मौजूद हैं।
कितने हैं मतलब?
हम 15 टीचर्स हैं।
15। तो क्या आप
सानिया, कैन यू हेयर अस प्रॉपर्ली? आपको आवाज आ रही है हमारी? आपकी बाकी ठीक है। ओके ओके, ठीक है, सही है। सो लेट मी go forward and tell you all a little bit about myself. So my name is Noorulain Yousaf. That is the name where if you want to find me on LinkedIn and if you want to add me, so this is the name. I can just share a little bit of my background. I think Basit has shared some things with you already. In Hong Kong, I'm doing executive coaching, and the specializations that I have, the areas where I work is career, transitions, team, intercultural. Or so uske alawa I've got these, I mean you can all read ye certifications hain, or from a background perspective I've spent kind of a decade in financial services, primarily जहाँ बासित से मुलाकात हुई थी in UBL asset management, UBL fund managers, जहाँ से मैंने start किया था अपना career, और Standard Chartered Bank हांगकांग में। इसके अलावा I moved to Hong Kong 7 years ago, और यहाँ I run a small, I wouldn't say small, but yeah, consultancy, HR consultancy called Artemis Consulting. और उसमें I do collaborations with other coaches, facilitators. यहाँ एक university है, Hong Kong International University of Science and Technology, उसमें मैं part-time trainer हूँ। So here I am. I think what I will share is, because I've been doing career coaching as a full-time career coach for almost more than 4 or 5 years now. I'll try to share my knowledge as best as I can. If there are any questions, feel free to write them on the chat window. I've opened the chat window on the side. So here we go. And another thing that I would like to share with you. So these are some of my clients. This is a very interesting slide that I share before I talk about anything. Basically, it's for you to act like the red fish here. Broaden your horizon, think more, ask questions, share your experiences, because sharing is two-way and learning is also two-way. So today I'm going to learn a lot from you, and you will learn maybe something from me. Ek bhi key takeaway ho to that's the purpose of the whole thing. This one key takeaway is more than enough for a conversation. So these are the learning outcomes. पहले फर्स्ट वाले को अगर हम देखें तो my focus today is to help you identify some qualities, values and strengths that you have. I'm sure some previous workshops में आपने ये पहले से किया हुआ भी होगा. अगर आप किया हुआ है तो बहुत अच्छा है. We can just look at them again and maybe polish them a little bit. उसके अलावा there's a goal focused plan which is part of my coaching, and this is something that I learned from Neuro Leadership Institute results coaching, and this was the only coach training that was happening in Pakistan when I did it, luckily, and I did it through UBL Fund Manager. So it's basically one person's vision, where coaching was not popular in Pakistan. It's still not much popular, the actual coaching. But there was this one institute when Andleep Abbas was my teacher, and I basically asked my manager and he said, yes, okay, go ahead, do this. And I became an internal coach for my company. And from there, I think that was the start of the journey. So they have this method of goal creation, which I will share with you. तो अगर 2022 के goals पे आपने अगर अभी काम नहीं किया और नहीं सोचा है कि what is it that I want to do this year or in the next 3 years, maybe today is the time. एक और चीज I think I would like to add is that I give some time to think during the workshop. It's going to be a lot of questions, and then of course I will you can basically create your first 3 primary goals today. That's the purpose. Okay? So tell us a little bit about yourself, about your career planning journey. Where are you now? Because this is so basically workshops could be a one-way workshop, but today is going to be more like a group coaching. So it's a group coaching where I'm going to ask you questions. And in coaching, what we do is we start with the current reality. Where am I right now? Right? And where is it that I have to go or I want to go? So how about where you guys are right now? And
okay. तो आप कहाँ तक पहुँच चुके हैं? प्लीज बताइए कि about yourself or where are you on a career planning journey? Where are you now? अभी तक कहाँ तक पहुँच चुके हैं? बताइए. नाम बताइए.
As I told you, my name is Mohammed Irfan, and recently I have done MBR from Karachi University. So now I'm thinking to do PhD, but for MPhil. So in MPhil, I'm just really confused because in Karachi, because you also belong to Karachi and you know very well about the circumstances of the Karachi. So now I'm doing work in Jamia Noorulain and IT department, and as well as I'm working as a web developer. So it's very time consuming, and for last 2 months I have been thinking about myself and my career, but I cannot take the time for my study. So that's why still I'm here today. किस तरीके से इन हालात के अंदर, इन सर्कमस्टेंसेस के अंदर जहाँ आपकी जॉब भी है, बच्चे हैं, वाइफ है और एक very tough life, and especially you know very well that Corona, the COVID in this COVID situation. अब आगे कैसे बढ़ना है, एजुकेशन को कैसे कंटिन्यू करना है, बस इसी कुछ ना कुछ में अभी तक लगा है.
Thank you for sharing. कोई और?
अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
वालेकुम सलाम.
शुक्रिया कर रहा हूँ. गुजारिश ये थी कि मैं तकरीबन 2009 में एमए कर चुका था, तो फिर 10-20 के हवाले से मुझे जामिया से जो है ज्वाइन होना पड़ा. तो उसके बाद से फिर आगे की तालीम भी थोड़ी सी वो हो गई, कुछ शादियाँ कर ली, बच्चों में मसरूफ़ हो गए और कुछ जो है ना काम वगैरह के सिलसिले में, तो तालीम आगे कंटिन्यू नहीं कर सका. तो चाह रहा हूँ कि कुछ पर भी कैरियर पर भी तो हो जाए, और आगे जो है ना इंशाल्लाह मेरा इरादा है कि मैं PhD भी करूँ इस्लामिक स्टडीज़ में, कुरान सुन्ना में, और मैंने PhD से तकरीबन 2009 में किया रेगुलर में अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. तो इस हवाले से आप लोग ये जानना ही चाह रहा था.
माशाल्लाह, ठीक है. इसके अलावा सानिया, आपके पास जो बैठी हैं, जो आपकी कॉलीग्स बैठी हैं, उनमें से कोई कुछ बोलना चाहेगा?
जी जी
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Zikra Naman, and I started my career as a teacher. And I look forward to becoming, doing masters and PhD, and that's how I will keep my journey going on. And looking forward to that. That's why I intended to join your workshop. And let's see how it goes, inshallah.
Thank you, Ikra. Thank you, everyone. So यहाँ माशाल्लाह बहुत सारे लोगों ने PhD का प्लान बनाया हुआ है, which is जबरदस्त, क्या बात है. So PhD is a destination, ठीक है. I mean एक डिग्री है, उसके साथ बहुत सारी और चीजें होती हैं. तो आज what I'm trying today is I'm trying to put your focus into some of the key skills in life in general, purpose, meaning, strengths, values. इस किस्म की बातें हम करेंगे. So we'll try to see के if you know your values and if you know your purpose, time खुद ही निकल आता है किसी भी काम को करने के लिए. So that's the whole thing. अगर आप की नजर है डेस्टिनेशन पे, अगर आपको पता है आपको कहाँ जाना है, तो टाइम कभी वो बंदा कभी भी नहीं कहता कि मैं टाइम कैसे निकालूं, क्योंकि टाइम बस फिर निकलता है किसी ना किसी तरह, क्योंकि यू आर गिविंग प्रायोरिटी टू दैट थिंग इन लाइफ. ठीक है. अब ये जो सवाल है, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? What are your goals for the future? यहाँ पे माशाल्लाह we have teachers here, professors here. ये छोटे बच्चे जब आप I'm sure आप सब माशाल्लाह बच्चे या नीस नेफ्यूज जिनसे भी बात करते हैं. मेरी 12 साल की बेटी है और वो मुझसे काफी दफा पूछती है, मामा आप मेरे साथ कोचिंग सेशन करें. बच्चों को ये होता है कि what is it that I want to be. ये सवाल हर बच्चा करता है बचपन में कि मैं बड़े होके क्या बनूंगा. तो ये चीजें हम बचपन से सोच रहे होते हैं, पर सोचते 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 कभी एक तो we think about it when we are young, उसके बाद एक वो चक्कर में लग जाते हैं. ठीक है. तो जो चीजें सोसाइटी की नॉर्म्स हैं, ये करना चाहिए, ये पढ़ना चाहिए, बस डॉक्टर इंजीनियर, ये जो मेन चीजें होती हैं, प्रोफेसर, आप वही करते रहते हैं क्योंकि ये हमारे नॉर्म्स हैं और ये हमसे एक्सपेक्टेशंस होती हैं हमारे इर्द गिर्द के लोगों की. ठीक है. वो लोग जो हम पे डिपेंड करते हैं. तो मुझे बल्कि जैसे आपने कहा कि मेरी वाइफ हैं, और वो बिल्कुल ये सारी एक्सपेक्टेशंस हैं जो हमसे हैं, लेकिन हम छोटे होते हुए अपने आप से सवाल करते हैं, फिर हम एक चक्कर में लग जाते हैं. फिर देयर इज अ टाइम देन वी स्टार्ट थिंकिंग अबाउट दीज थिंग्स अगेन, राइट. उसका एक सवाल है, वो थोड़ा सा आगे आएगा, बल्कि मैं वहां चली जाती हूँ अभी. व्हाट डू यू वांट टू बी नोन फॉर? This is my classic coaching question, which I ask people if they come to me as somebody who, it doesn't matter what age group you are, 30s के भी, 40s के भी, 50s के भी, there is actually no time in your life to think about this question कि मैं यहाँ क्या कर रहा हूँ. कुछ लोगों को ये होता है कि ये सारी बातें बड़ी हवाई हैं, और I mean, of course, ये मेरा काम है कि I help people unleash their potential, to help them think about their lives. ठीक है. So I obviously do a lot of coaching sessions on these things, and some people just react very differently in the beginning. They think that it's very easy to say these things, and you have sort of a lot of responsibilities and expectations, but you can still do it by doing everything you are doing to because they are also very important. Family could be your value, right? If family and family values are very important to you, great. But then keep asking this question to yourself until you figure out an answer. Okay. So for example, let's say Sania, आपके पास जो लोग हैं, can they access chat? Because if we have a bigger group, what's very convenient to kind of give your answers on chat very quickly, ताकि हमारे पास एक survey और data आना शुरू हो जाए. What do you want to be known for? किसी को एक बंदा भी अगर बोले कि उसने ये इसके बारे में सोचा हुआ है, तो what is it that comes to your mind? Seema Shah. Okay. Or we ask these questions in different times in our life. For example, if you ask me, I've worked in the corporate world. मैंने वो सारा कुछ करके उसके बाद then I realized there's a part of me who wants to I support NGOs. I do a lot of volunteer work, even in Hong Kong as well. I work with a charity here. But there's a part of me who said to me, and when I asked this question to myself, I said, there's this time in my life that with all the experiences that I have gained, I've lived in 3 different continents. I've worked, I am a mother, I have 2 kids. You know, all these experiences in life basically helps you become something. So when you are in your 30s and your 40s, there's a time for you to start thinking about giving back. And that was my my aha moment, if I would tell you. And I say, okay, now this is the time for me to leave Standard Chartered. And then I started my company, and I said, okay, how about I connect with as many people as I can and help them in their careers and in their lives. Okay, so even if you haven't thought about this could be your homework for today. Ask this yourself. Okay, Sania Hamid, I want to become a doctor because my mother wants it. My mother wanted me to be a doctor as well, and my father wanted me to be a professor because for him, probably that was the ultimate. I mean, hi Mehak, thank you very much for sharing. But this is what your mother wants, right? Your mother wants you to be a doctor. You have to ask yourself, what is it that I want to do in life? And being a doctor is a great thing if this is what you want. And I also want this. Okay. Thank you, Mehak. Okay. We want to improve ourselves in all the fields. What is the challenge today, Mrs. Feroz here? Okay, thank you very much. So self-improvement, and basically we call it the growth mindset. If you have a growth mindset, you can constantly grow, learn, be curious, learn new things. Okay, so for those of you who have not thought about this, you can think about it today or maybe tomorrow, you know. Chai ke cup ke saath, take a piece of paper and think about what is it that I want to do. Now, I think I'll go back a little bit on what is career planning. Career planning is something that, I mean, this is just a definition, but overall, if you don't think about something in life, it's the same. For example, हमारी जो sports industry है पाकिस्तान की, अगर आप में से कोई फुटबॉल देखता है तो उनको पता होगा कि प्रीमियर लीग और इन सब चीजों के जो मैचेस होते हैं वो किस तरह प्लान्ड होते हैं, किस तरह वो पैसे वहां से जमा कर रहे होते हैं, टिकट्स बिकते हैं, टिकट बिकने के बाद वो उनमें से कुछ पैसे जो है वो फुटबॉलर्स को भी जाते हैं. हमारे पास क्या होता है कि जो स्पोर्ट्स इंडस्ट्री के लोग हैं वो बेचारे फिर कहते हैं कि आई वांट टू एसोसिएट माई सेल्फ विद वापडा और सम प्लेस एल्स, बिकॉज हर चीज में प्लानिंग हो सकती है जो हम नहीं करते. ठीक है, इसी तरह हमारे करियर के बारे में भी हम बैठ के सोच सकते हैं कि what is my personality, what are my skill sets, what am I good at basically. Okay. हमारे पास chat पे we have somebody else, Hafiza Sania. I want to do my MPhil and I'm also doing specialization in tafsir. Okay, so right now all of you are telling me what is it that you want to do, but I'm talking about the why here. Okay, so why is it that you want to do a specialization? Why is it that you want to do a PhD? And is it really the answer? Are you doing it because, I mean, is it something that's good to have? Or do you think it will give you a boost in your career? Or what is it? What is your why? Basically ask yourself, keep asking yourself about your why in every decision that you will take. And these are important decisions. Agar aap logo mein se koi, if you want to start doing a PhD, it's not an easy thing. So demotivate ho hum isliye ho jate hain kyunki humne apne why ke bare mein nahi socha hua hota hai ki main ye kaam kyun kar raha hu. For example, jab main yahan when I was doing, and I've done 3 major coaching certifications here. But when I was doing it, my little one was 2 years old. I knew my why. So online jo classes hoti thi, my teacher was used to be in Singapore. He was the master coach. But me and my husband, we had this, I basically said, we sat down. So every decision in life needs to be communicated with the people around us. Right? So we had this chat that this is what I want to do. This is who I want to be. And then he basically supported me. I had help here as well in Hong Kong. Luckily we have help. And my kids are proud of me now. My daughter keeps telling everybody my mom is a life coach, a career coach. And you know, so eventually when we feel things are very important and we are, I could have said, oh, my son is 2 years old, 1 year old, this is something I cannot do. I don't have time. But you push yourself, right? And people around you, they basically, things are different at that moment, but eventually things become, they plan out, right, for you. Now there are 3 now some things, some comments on strengths, values, and attitudes. Okay, so I would like you to see a video, and I'm keeping an eye on the time as well. I would like to you to see a video. It's about a guy called Alex Honnold, and इन्होंने ये किया था कि without ropes he did a 3,000-foot vertical cliff climb in 2017. So it's a very long video, and you can look at it later on YouTube, but I'll only show you the first few minutes. और जब आप वो वीडियो को देख रहे होंगे, so you have to notice 3 qualities that you would also like to have in your future career or in your current career. Okay, so in the end, what we'll do is I'll ask you to share the 3 qualities that that resonated with you. Okay, so some chats are coming in as well. I'll go back to them, but I'll okay. Right? So he said, I didn't want it to be a lucky climber. I wanted to be a great climber. Right? So luck gives us something, but if we aim for excellence like he did, we transform our lives and in the process transform other people's lives as well. So what 3 qualities do you want to have in your career? Or is video mein, what did you basically notice? What did you observe? We can go to the chat again if we want to be quick, or if somebody wants to unmute.
गिव अप नहीं करना चाह रहा था, मतलब उसके एटीट्यूड में ऐसा था कि वो मतलब गिव अप नहीं था और ही वांट्स टू इंप्रूव और अचीव हिज टारगेट. मुझे ऐसा लगा, वो बताना ही चाह रहा था. एक चीज तो ये बड़ी जबरदस्त थी उसकी.
जब भी आप कोई, सही है, बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं. तो जब भी आप कोई वीडियो इस तरह की देखें और ऑब्जर्व करें और लिसन करें, जैसे बासित ने यूज किए वर्ड्स नॉट गिव अप, कुछ वर्ड्स थे की वर्ड्स थे जो उसके थे जो मैंने नोटिस करे इन द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द वीडियो वाज, ही सेड I wanted, it was just an adventure for me. It was easy. I was comfortable. Overcame my fear. We have some things in the chat as well. Aisha is saying steadfast. It's to keep trying and never give up on your goals. Iqra, very good. Determination. Mohsina, very good. Effort. Hard work, sincerity, independency, thrill of doing work. Thrill of doing it is very, very important. Like, and what did he do to basically achieve this? 2017 में उसने ये किया, लेकिन वो ये बता रहा है कि 20 साल से मैं इसके लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहा हूँ। तो कोई भी चीज जो है, अगर वो एक वीडियो है, एक बड़ी मूवी है, आई डोंट नो अगर आप लोग ने देखी, वो काफी फेमस है। मैं यूजुअली इंडियन मूवीज इतनी नहीं देखती, लेकिन 3 इडियट्स एक मूवी थी जिसमें एक बड़ा फेमस डायलॉग था, एक्सीलेंस के पीछे भागो। वो एक बड़ा अगर हम कोई भी काम, हाँ, अगर हम कोई भी काम इसलिए करें क्योंकि हम चाहते हैं कि दिस इज समथिंग आई say to my kids all the time, and I'm sure they're frustrated by me saying this again and again, but अगर हम constantly ये वाली qualities share करें अपने बच्चों के साथ भी, और inculcate करें ये attitude towards life कि कोई भी काम ऐसे नहीं करो कि बस ठीक है हो गया एवरेज तरीके से, ठीक है। सो अगर हम बेसिकली 20 साल की मेहनत के बाद ही achieved what he wanted to achieve, then okay, Sanya keh rahi hai, great personality that handled every situation with patience. Very good. Exactly. And also he mentioned something like he went back that day when he was disappointed at himself, and he said, I want to be a great climber, not a lucky one. And he went back and he wrote it in his journal, climbing journal. जो लोग हम कुछ आगे बनते हैं या हमने करियर करना के बारे में प्लान कर रहे होते हैं, फर्स्ट थिंग इज प्लानिंग। आई एम श्योर उसने ये ड्रीम देखा होगा कई सालों पहले। प्लान के बाद जो एग्जीक्यूशन होती है उसमें आपको हाउ कंसिस्टेंट यू आर यू राइटिंग थिंग्स डाउन, व्हाट आर यू क्रिएटिंग योर गोल्स एवरी ईयर। बल्कि इस साल से और पिछले साल से मैंने ये शुरू किया हुआ है कि आई रियलाइज द फर्स्ट ईयर ऑफ माई एंटरप्रेन्योरल जर्नी कि ईयरली गोल्स मुझे मोटिवेट नहीं कर रहे थे। So the second year I started creating quarterly goals, and इस साल I have created quarterly goals, yearly goals, but at the same time weekly goals. And you will be surprised, कहने को ये बात है कि weekly goals, but weekly goals could be very simple. For example, मेरा weekly goal है and I have these check marks and I put it on my desk that मैं ये कर रही हूँ या नहीं कर रही हूँ। Reading 30 minutes reading every day. Are you improving on yourself? I mean, I'm sure मैं बहुत सारे और काम भी होते हैं, हम टीवी भी देखते हैं, 10,000 चीजें हैं, लेकिन ये भी करें और वो भी करें, ठीक है। So सब चीजें करें। So 30 minutes reading, one business development meeting every week, right? ये small actions हैं, बहुत small actions हैं, लेकिन ये they become my weekly goals. उसके अलावा आई एम लर्निंग मैंडरिन, मेरे मैंडरिन लेसन्स, तो मैंने एक लेसन जरूर लेना है और 1 घंटा सेपरेटली भी पढ़ना है उसके लिए। और राइट नाउ आई माशाल्लाह से आई हैव मोर देन 20 क्लाइंट्स, तो मेरे पास एग्जीक्यूशन के अलावा इन चीजों के लिए टाइम नहीं है। बट मुझे ये पता है कि अगर मैं इन चीजों पे अभी काम नहीं करूंगी तो थोड़े सालों के बाद जाके मैं फिर एक वो प्लेटो पे आ जाऊंगी। आई मीन दिस इज समथिंग दैट constantly helping me in my growth journey as well, to become something, to learn new things in life at the same time. So 1 घंटा 1 वीक में मैंडरिन लेसन के लिए निकालना is not a problem. लेकिन अगर आपने उसको अपना गोल बनाया हो तो आपको याद रहेगा, वरना जो जिंदगी के झमेले हैं उनमें हमें याद नहीं रहती हैं चीजें। So weekly goals, quarterly goals, yearly goals, how important they are. ठीक है। तो अभी मैं आपको बताती हूँ एक और गोल क्रिएशन स्ट्रेटेजी। So I'm sure by looking at the chat, बहुत सारी qualities जो हैं वो नजर आ रही हैं और people have shared it, like determination, effort, hard work. सीमा, आयशा, मोहसिना, सानिया, इन सब ने शेयर किया हुआ है। These are quickly some of the things. If you're ambitious, if you want to be confident, humble, committed, passionate, I mean, this is just adapted from 20 qualities of a great employee, but there's lots of material online available. But for that, you need to sit down. You can Google list of values or list of skills, right? And actually see what is it that I want to have in my career. For example, driven as a characteristic. Do I want to be driven? Do I want to be in the growth mindset, etc.? Okay, this is an interesting thing I just wanted to show you. 2020 or 2022 obviously there's some time here, lekin look at some of the skills that have changed from 2015 till 2020. This is something, when you do career planning, you have to keep an eye on the trends. how the world around you is changing, and are you changing with it? By keeping your values intact, of course. आपकी values बड़ी important है आपके लिए, लेकिन उसके अलावा are you changing with the world or not? So if you see in 2020, there are two things that have added which were not there in 2015. 5 सालों में there are two top skills, and it's a World Economic Forum. इसका source जो है, it's a World Economic Forum, so it's obviously a good survey. So there are two things that have been added here, which is emotional intelligence and cognitive flexibility. Cognitive flexibility is adaptability. It's basically your response to a change. दुनिया जितनी तेजी से बढ़ रही है, क्या हम भी चेंज हो रहे हैं? हमारा माइंडसेट चेंज हो रहा है? ये बहुत बड़ा, I mean, this is a very, very big problem in organizations and in companies as well at the moment, where they are transforming. चीजें चेंज हो रही हैं, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ हमें भी तेजी चेंज होना है. So if you have like students, help them look at, and I'm sure you're just not listening right now for yourself. You're listening for your for your students, for your kids in your family, and if you are mentors for someone, help them look at the future skills in Pakistan especially. So I worked with, जैसे मैंने बताया था, I worked with UST here, University of Science and Technology. They are number 34 in the world at the moment, and the kind of projects these kids are doing, and they involve us trainers for everything from simple things like CV writing to advanced things like managing your anxiety for a job interview, emotional management. I teach them teamwork, communication skills, all these skills that are written here, and this is something we should focus in Pakistan as well. Like I've studied in NED and I've studied in IBA. I'm sure ये कई साल पुरानी बात है, लेकिन उस वक्त मुझे किसी ने नहीं सिखाया था कि CV कैसे लिखना है. ठीक है, बड़ी सिंपल सी बात है. और I don't know अब क्या हो रहा है और अब कितना हो रहा है, लेकिन उसके this is something which we need to focus our energies on. Are we preparing our future generation also at the same time? Now let's look at it's 12:45. So now let's look at creating some goals together. Okay, so I want all of you to take a piece of paper right now and make a circle like this. Okay, and just like जैसे एक पिज्जा होता है, उसके आपने हिस्से किए में 8 slices in the pizza, इस तरह आप इसके you create different slices right now. Now I am giving some inspirations or ideas, but they are very general. When you will do it for yourself, you should be specific. For example, if PhD is something on your mind, if being a great teacher is something on your mind, you write that. You say, great teacher, my PhD, my thesis. Okay, so what we will do is, you think about 2022. Don't go too far in time. Don't think about ahead in the future. Just think about this year. अपनी strength, मैं जिस profession में भी हूँ, ask yourself, मैं जिस profession में भी हूँ अभी, और मैं जो बनना चाहता हूँ या बनना चाहती हूँ in the future, मुझे क्या qualities और experiences add करने चाहिए अपने career में? What do I want to add? Okay, so I'm just giving you some inspiration here, but they're very general, like I said. So do I want to work on my confidence? Should I be more proactive? Should I communicate more? Creative हूँ मैं, adaptable हूँ, complex problem solving, मैं driven हूँ, अभी मैं इतना driven नहीं हूँ, और I'm या मैं सोचती हूँ कि मेरे ऊपर, you know, I have a lot of work that I'm doing at the moment, taking care of the family and also obviously my current work. Am I driven enough about my career? Okay, so I'm giving you 2 minutes to fill this up for yourself. They could be qualities, they could be experiences, they could be actual, like I want to learn computer language, or I want to learn Microsoft Excel. It could be very specific as well, but whatever is going on in your mind at the moment. And it is obviously it's not something you will show to everybody. So you can be as open and as honest to yourself as possible here. ठीक है? Are we ready? 4-5 themes भी आ गई हैं तो ठीक है. Okay, so I will just show you how the process is done. Uske baad, this is your homework. This is something you have to do. You have to spend this 30 minutes, an hour today, tomorrow, this week on your career. Think about, go wild. Think about 8-10 areas that are important to you at this moment in your life. Okay, so even if you have come up with 1 or 2, I'll just show you the process. Because this is actually a 1.5 hour coaching session that I do with one person to help them think, and we come up with 3 primary goals. So it's not possible to do it. I'll just show you the process at the moment, okay? So now what? Once you fill in the SPY, and this process is called, so that it has 4 steps, okay? Goal creation process. The first step is called mining. You are doing mining. So just like the name suggests, you are taking out everything in your mind and putting it on a piece of paper. You're mining ideas. The next step is called refining. Now you will work on those ideas and refine them. This process can be used for a lot of different other things. So we use it for goal creation. You can also create it for idea creation. You name it. But the process is mining, refining, defining, and shining. These are the 4 steps, and it's the results coaching method. Okay, so now you will refine the idea. How will you refine the idea? You will start giving priority ratings to each of your idea. So for example, if being confident is on top of your mind, just give it a 10. I want to be more confident about life in general. Okay, if proactive is number 5 for you, give it a 5. So similarly, in it could be, okay, how about you give me some inspiration in the chat? Maybe you can just share your top 3 areas that you have identified, or just share it on the mic so that I can work with your ideas. Okay, Seema ne share kiya, sincerity plus honesty, planning efforts, make work effective, learn from our work, solve the problems, make work more effective, achievement of work. Very good. Planning is an important part for you at the moment. Looks like it. How about someone gives me 3 top themes that you have thought about that you would like to work on this year? And specific themes, like I want to do this. Oh, you can just write down, I shall write it on the chat window as well, just your top 3 names, top 3 themes, and I'll pick it up. या आप अनम्यूट करके बता दें, just share. Okay. कोई बात नहीं. I think ये जो process होता है ये जरा it's a very It's obviously publicly आप अपनी main themes share नहीं करते, so I understand. That's why I've kept very important, very normal, themes. So, for example, let's go with my Sania has raised your hand. Sania, do you want to say something?
Hardworking, confident, struggle, resilience, knowledge, effort, challenge. That things are, I think.
Very good. And what is the top one? What was the first, the high priority for you?
Hardworking.
Hard work. Okay. Okay. So you want to work harder this year. But hard. Okay. Now keep this thought with you. Now I will show how to make it more specific and measurable, because hard work is very, hard work is a subjective term. I want to do more hard work. On what? By the time, till the time. So we'll add some timelines and measuring things on it. Okay. Now, once you create this for yourself, this becomes your main theme. For example, driven and self-motivated is let's assume is our main theme. So what happens is that this process tells you that there are some primary themes for you. There are some primary goals which are non-negotiable. I will work on them this year. And there are some secondary themes which I do want to work on them, but of course they are negotiable. If something happens to my life or I am too busy, they're not very primary. Okay, so you can have two kinds of different themes. What are your non-negotiables and what are your secondary themes? Now the third stage is called defining. Now what you will do is, for example, in Sania's case, hard work is the main primary theme. Now you want to make your goal SMART, SMART, right? Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. So convert your themes into sentences and actual goals. For example, if my primary goal is driven and self-motivated, I want to be more driven this year. And I just feel, and this just came out because I felt that, okay, the last 5-10 years of my career, I just went along. I've been working, but there are so many great ideas in my mind about what do I want to be known for in this world. So 2022, I want to be more driven. Now, what do you do about that? More driven or self-motivation is about knowing my purpose in life. Now, how can I be more specific? I will write down on my journal when I'm planning, when I'm in the planning process, I will write down experiences of where I notice my passion and purpose connects, right? For example, if your main theme is hard work, why do I feel that, where do you notice yourself doing that and where do you think you're lacking? Okay, so observation is the key theme in planning. You start observing yourself. How can you be more measurable? So you say, I will identify and note at least 12 experiences and share them in my journal and with 2 of my friends where my passion and purpose connects because it made me happy. Okay. Attainable. Is it attainable or not? Is it relevant or not? So for example, in the hardworking case, is this theme really important for me? Is this really relevant in my overall career space? I mean, when I say relevant is sometimes is it something that we feel is the case, but you need to ask yourself or sit down with somebody. Ask a friend to do it. Ask a career counselor to do it. Ask a career coach to do it with you. With anybody who can help you think about it relevance. Like, am I not already doing a lot of hard work, or is it something that I really need? So maybe there are some blind spots. What am I missing? Because we look at our life from our own lens, our own eyes. right? Now, timely. Timely means you have to add at the end of this quarter, at the end of this year, or when will I do it? Okay. Okay, we have some more comments on the chat. Dignity, creative, hardworking, creative. Okay. Okay. I would like to say here that I gave these characteristics as an example, but I want you to be more specific in your actual goals. Okay. So when I say more specific, if you are a business owner, I want to earn X amount of money by the end of 2022. I want to increase X number of clients. I want to do 2 more workshops in Q3, 3 more workshops in Q4. So be more specific about your actions or what is it that you want to achieve. Otherwise, it becomes very, it's something that is not very specific. So you won't be, it will not give you that connection with that goal. Okay, so now the last step is something that we call shining. Shining means once you write down all of this about your particular theme or your goal, you ask yourself, why is this important to me? This is another coaching question where you ask, if you are a career counselor, you can ask somebody who brings a topic or a situation to you, and you can say, what makes this topic important for you? Why? Okay, so again, the question of why am I doing it? So what I did was I wrote all the SMART in one paragraph. By the end of 2022, I will have identified and shared 12 meaningful experiences in both my journal and with 2 friends. I will detail a notice where my value, purpose, passion connects at work and social activities. These will demonstrate my qualities of creativity, technical, and communication skills. Okay, and then what you do is, this is a very long goal. It's not shining. So you need to convert that into a simple 1 sentence, a goal that shines for you. And you can write that sentence down on a piece of paper, on a colored paper, and put it on your desk where you work, so that that particular goal calls for you, right? So basically to enjoy a balanced, curious, honest, and meaningful life is my goal for 2022. And honestly, this is one of my actual goals. I didn't create a number of clients or X number of etc. goals today. So basically those kind of goals I created for my quarterly and weekly goals. Smaller goals were numbered, but overall, what is the overall theme? I'll be more curious, I'll be more balanced. So for example, when it comes to balance is one of my very strong values. And I say no to a lot of important speaking events or work if it doesn't fit in my schedule. And if you want to be more balanced, there's something that you can create, the same wheel you can create for your balance. What are your priorities in your life? And how much time do you want to give each priority every week? Okay, so once you create your priorities and your balanced wheel in front of you, you know that if my work is 60% of my time for the week, I shouldn't be just working 9 to 9, okay? Because 40% is my family, my me time, something else, basically. Okay. So Sonia is saying, I think in last one, what I want to do, then I'll work on it and then I'll improve it. Mehek is saying, thank you, Mehek. Okay, so this is something that you can do with all your themes. Imagine you have identified 8 main themes, then 3 top themes. For all the 3 top themes, you can just make this table on a piece of paper and just write down when I want to achieve this, by how many days or months or years. Is it relevant? Do I really want to work on this? Is it attainable? So for example, sometimes the themes are, sometimes we want so many different things which are not achievable as well, which are not realistic. For example, in 2020, when I gave myself, I'm again giving a Mandarin example, but I gave myself a theme of that I was a beginner level, and I told myself I'll be an intermediate level, which was obviously not possible. But if you give yourself something that you will not be able to achieve, you will be demotivated as well. So that's why attainable comes and help you think about your goal. Okay, so when you will write down all your SMART goals, your primary themes, then what? Then you have to do your check-ins, which means you go back to your goals, you go back to your themes every quarter and ask yourself, am I really there? As a human being, it's definitely, this happens a lot. I mean, we are not able to achieve what we want, but creating a plan, putting it on a piece of paper or computer, and going back to it after a certain interval will make sure that you will keep an eye on your goal. Okay, and celebrate your wins. For example, if by the end of the quarter you achieve your goal, and you give yourself a pat on the back, right? You celebrate your wins, and and then focus on the other ones. And Seema is saying, in our careers, we should not only work for ourselves, but for the betterment of others as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is the main theme. This is the main theme of our life as a human being. Otherwise, who we are, I mean, in an overall, we are one planet. We are part of planet Earth in the galaxy, and there are lots of universes out there. We are actually nothing if we just don't think about other people. That's it from me today. Now what we can do is I'm open for any questions that you have, and also what we will do is, and also this is for you, Sanya, and for Basit, if you have one mic for everybody, what we would like to do is ask everybody for key takeaways. What did they learn? What did you learn? What are you taking with you? And what is it that you told yourself that I want to work on this?
It was excellent, mashallah, the way you have said and shared the SMART goal technique. It was very workable that you have to first mine it and then define it. It was very good. What was the fourth step actually? Mining, defining, and
Shining.
Shining. Okay.
Shining. Basically, you shine a goal कि वो आपको अपील करे, क्योंकि वर्ड्स, बहुत सारे वर्ड्स जो है ना वो लिखे हुए वो आपको अपील मोटिवेट नहीं करते कि आप वो काम करें. एग्जांपल ये है कि फॉर एग्जांपल कोई कहता है कि मैं जो अपना I want to lose weight, for example. Somebody gives themselves a goal, a very simple example. Okay, so instead of just saying that, if you say I want to go back, or if you connect yourself with I want to be in the same weight as I was when I was in college. So this is an example of shining a goal. So you are basically putting your mind, connecting a good thought from your mind to a goal so that you are motivated. For example, in the PhD and in the areas where you want to work on, in some of the chats I saw, जो तफसीर पे आप काम करना चाह रहे हो, आपका कोई रोल मॉडल होगा, कोई ना कोई होगा जो आपको जो आप चाहते होंगे कि आप उस जैसा बने, या उस जैसा ना भी बने तो उसके रास्ते पे चलें जिस रास्ते पे उन्होंने चला. ٹھیک ہے, تو آپ اپنے آپ کو ان کے نام کے ساتھ ایک گول ایسوسیٹ کر دیں. آپ اپنا گول ایسے شائن کریں کہ آپ کہیں کہ میں اس راستے پہ چل کے ان جیسا قابل بننا چاہتا ہوں یا بننا چاہتی ہوں. فار انسٹنس یہ ایک ایگزامپل ہے شائن کرنے کی گول کو.
ٹھیک ہے جی, آپ کا نام کیا؟
محمد آصف.
آصف صاحب کا ایک کوشچن ہے آپ کے لیے.
کوشچن تو اس سیشن کے حوالے سے, جو اس سیشن میں میں نے ایک چیز آپ کو دیکھی جو مجھے اب سیکھنے کو جو ملی, وہ آپ کو اسمارٹ ورک رادر دین آپ کو اونلی جو ہارڈ ورک, کیونکہ اسمارٹ ورک سے ہم اپنے آپ کیریئر کو اچھا بہتر آگے لے کے جا سکتے ہیں. اچھا ہارڈ ورکنگ تو جیسے ہماری لینگویج میں بولتے ہیں کہ آپ لکیر کا فقیر, ہارڈ ورکنگ کو ایک ہی اس میں آپ کو کام جو کر رہے ہوتے ہیں مسلسل. لیکن اسمارٹ ورک کیا ہے کہ ہم اپنے کیریئر میں انوویشن آپ کو کیسے لا سکتے ہیں, اس کو آپ کو بہتر کیسے بنا سکتے ہیں. تو یہ چیز آپ کو سیکھنے کا ایک سیشن میں آپ کو موقع ملتا ہے.
Very good, very good. You have summarized it very, very well. زبردست.
کافی فائدہ ہوا, انشاءاللہ آگے بھی آپ لوگوں سے
لیکن کیا ہوا, کیا پتا ہوا نام
کہ مثال کے طور پر کچھ تبدیلیاں تھی, کچھ رکاوٹیں تھی ہمارے ذہن کے اندر اور جو ہے نا جسم کے اندر. تو ان شاء اللہ تعالیٰ ان چیزوں کو دور کر کے آگے بڑھیں گے. آپ لوگوں کے لیے جو ہے نا
ذہن کے اندر کیا
کمی
جو وہ جوابات نہیں تھے اس کے, وہ حاصل کرنے کی جو کوشش ہوئی.
ہاں,
کہ ذہن میں جو سوالات اٹکے ہوئے تھے اپنے آپ کو کیریئر کے حوالے
سے
کہ بھائی آگے جو کرنا کیا ہے, اس کے جوابات حاصل کرنے کے لیے وہ کی گئی ہے.
جیسے انہوں نے بولا نا شائننگ کی ٹیکنیک کے اندر میں اپنا وزن کم کرنا چاہتی ہوں. تو شائننگ کا ورڈ کیا ہے کہ میں اپنا پیسے کم کرنا چاہتی ہوں جیسے میں کالج کے دنوں میں تھی. تو اس شائننگ لفظ, تو میں یہ پوچھ رہا ہوں کیا مطلب, جیسے آپ نے بولا
نا وہ 10 منزلہ ہے, اس میں وہ سیڑھیاں بھی ہوتی ہیں اور لفٹ بھی ہوتی ہے. اچھا اس سے اب لفٹ پہ جانا وہ اسمارٹ ورک ہے کہ آپ اب لفٹ سے آپ جلدی پہنچو گے, 10 منزلیں چڑھ کے آپ دیر سے پہنچو گے. ٹھیک ہے وہ ہارڈ ورکنگ ہے, وہ بھی ایک وہ طریقہ ہے. لیکن لفٹ اسمارٹ ورک ہے کہ آپ کا جو ٹائم بچے گا وہ ٹائم آپ کو کہیں اور یوز کر سکتے ہیں.
کیا بات ہے. تو بشیر آپ نے بھی یہی مطلب کیا بات ہے
ماشاء اللہ ڈیلی بیسس ویکلی بیسس یا بیسس کی بنیاد پر جو ہے اپنے گولز اپنے مقاصد طے کرنا اور پھر ان کا چیک اینڈ بیلنس کرنا کہ آیا میں نے ان کی اچیومنٹ کی یا نہیں کی. اگر اچیومنٹ ہو چکی ہے تو اسے سیلیبریٹ کریں.
ویری ونڈرفل آئیڈیا ہے کہ آپ ویکلی گول بنائیں
کہ آپ کو شارٹ گول آپ کو سیٹ کرنے میں وہ اب بگر گول کو اچیو کرنے میں شارٹ گول سے آپ کو مدد ملتی ہے.
کیا بات ہے, ایکسلنٹ. مزدور آپ سن رہے ہیں, مطلب آپ کا فیڈ بیک.
میں سن رہی ہوں, اور یہ میں نے بتایا نا, اگر آپ بڑی خوش ہوں کیونکہ شارٹ گولز جو ہے وہ ایک ایسا کانسیپٹ ہے. ہم ہمیشہ کمپنیوں میں بھی وی ورک آن لانگر گولز. اپریزل میٹنگ ہوتی ہے, اس میں بیٹھتے ہیں بھائی اگلے سال مجھے کیا امپروو کرنا ہے اپنی زندگی میں. اور ایک اور کانسیپٹ ہے جو آئی تھنک آئی ڈونٹ نو اف آج کل HR ورلڈ میں وی آر ٹاکنگ اباؤٹ اسٹرینتھس رادر دین ویکنیسز. تو اس میں آئی ایم ویری ویری پیشنیٹ اباؤٹ دس ایریا. میں آئی ورک ود اے لاٹ آف پیپل, موسٹلی ویمن, جو کہ ہم کنڈیشنڈ ہوتے ہیں کہ ہم اپنی خامیاں زیادہ دیکھتے ہیں اور خوبیاں کم دیکھتے ہیں. اور تو اس میں میرا یہ کہنا ہے کہ جو ہمارے ارد گرد کے لوگ ہیں نا, وہ یہ کام کر رہے ہیں آپ کے لیے, تو آپ کو ضرورت نہیں ہے کہ یہ کام اپنے لیے کریں. جب آپ کسی سے جا کے بیٹھ کے آپ پوچھتے ہیں کہ بتاؤ میری 3 اچھائیاں کیا ہے میرے اندر, what are the 3 strengths you see in me, وہ سوچتا ہے بندہ بیٹھ کے. اگر آپ پوچھتے ہیں اچھا what are the 3 things I should improve, اس کے پاس لسٹ ہوتی ہے, 3 نہیں, وہ آپ کو 5 بھی بتا دے گا. تو people around us they judge us and this is natural, right? So we shouldn't do it ourselves. Sometimes we are our biggest judge. تو ہمیں چاہیے کہ ہم we look at ourselves as we look at our strengths. So HR world میں جو میں بتا رہی تھی کہ what is the trend now is to identify the strengths and work on those strengths. So آپ strengths پہ improve جلدی کر سکتے ہیں, لیکن weaknesses تو ہم سب میں ہوتی ہیں, اور strengths ٹھیک ہے. تو weaknesses پہ focus کرنے کے بجائے کہ میں نے یہ چیز جو ہے وہ اپنی زندگی میں مجھے لگتا ہے کہ میں فار ایگزامپل کانفیڈنس, مجھ میں کانفیڈنس کی کمی ہے, ٹھیک ہے. تو آپ آئیڈینٹیفائی کریں کہ آپ کے اندر کیا چیز اچھی ہے, और उसको बैलेंस आउट करें. जो अच्छाइयाँ हैं उन पे फोकस करेंगे तो कॉन्फिडेंस खुद ही आ जाएगा. इट्स द डिफरेंस बिटवीन व्हाट यू आर पैशनेट एट और व्हाट यू आर गुड एट. ये भी एक बड़ी दिलचस्प बहस है कि if I'm good at something, most of the time we say, no, I'm passionate about this thing. No, be good at something and work harder to achieve something in life, and you will create passion around it. If there is something separately कि आप किसी चीज के बारे में बड़े बहुत चाहते हैं कि वो आपको मिले, वो भी ठीक है, लेकिन पैशन वर्सेस स्किल की एक बड़ी दिलचस्प बहस है. So I always say to everybody, to my clients, to my students, everybody, focus on identify what you're good at and identify what your strengths are. उसके अलावा जो आपने यहाँ एग्जांपल दी शॉर्ट टर्म गोल्स वाली, तो आई एम रियली हैप्पी दैट यू टुक दिस एज अ की टेक अवे. थैंक यू.
First of all, I really want to thank you, Ms. Noor, that you have given a really wonderful workshop to us, and especially the workshop that you have arranged this one. And I really like the smart goal technique. So really, really good for me. Inshallah, I will learn from this. And one more thing, that for your main goals that you have given in your lecture, that subdivide your goals in daily goals and weekly goals, monthly goals. So by this technique, we can easily achieve our main goal. I think so like that. So this point is really good. Thank you so much again.
Welcome. Exactly what you said. अगर आप weekly goals achieve करते रहेंगे, so you will be able to achieve the main goal eventually. Because our biggest problem, as I mean, most of us, including myself, consistency is the problem. We have great ideas, we have bigger goals, but we need to be consistent. Now, okay, so we have some comments on the chat as well. Okay. Abasit, आप पढ़ेंगे chat? Would you like to read the chat?
ये मिस आयशा जैन की तरफ से है. To achieve our goals, we have to plan ourselves first and keep on working hard, and time management has a great role in our career, and we have to be an example as a teacher. बिल्कुल सही बात कही, बिल्कुल जी मिस आयशा का है ये कमेंट.
Very good, Aisha. Exactly. Thank you very much. Simon saying, I learned that do your career planning step by step and also discuss with others. Thank you. Very, very important. And never give up. Ikra Zahid. Discussing with others is are three words here. But I don't know about you all, but एक चीज जो मैंने कही है, और I don't want to generalize, but मैंने notice करा था कि मेरा exposure रहा है in different parts of Pakistan, अल्लाह का शुक्र है. तो मैंने notice करा था कि since I was from Karachi, हमारे कराची वाले जो लोग थे, or maybe it could be my own family, there's a lack of communication overall within the family as well. So when I looked at other cultures within Pakistan, so I got married in obviously in somebody in Lahore. Wahan they used to fight, they used to open up, communicate, and then the problem was solved. This is something that I learned from them. So usually communication is a quality or a skill जो कि develop होनी बचपन से बहुत जरूरी है. And if it is not developed, it is detrimental, or for our not just relationships but professional career, friends. So make communication part of your overall theme in life. जैसे अगर मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम आएगी, कोई कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हो, मैं बैठूं और बैठ के उसको सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करूं rather than running away from it. तो जब आप इस तरह से अपने गोल्स पे काम करें बैठ के, you create your smart goals, you sit down with somebody and just be open, be honest. Don't think that the other person is judging you, because you are not judging yourself. You are coming from a point of confidence and a point of learning and growth. If you are coming from a point of learning and growth, you will not feel that someone else is judging you. Okay, so then share it with people, let them look at your goals and ask them to help you and be more realistic. And एक वो third eye वाला जो concept होता है, कोई और देखता है वही document तो चार गलतियां और निकालता है. इसीलिए हमारे जी
तो हमारा तजिया हमेशा दूसरे करते हैं, ना कि हम खुद। कि हमारा तजिया, हमारे जो काम का जो उसकी आप तजिया है वो हमेशा सामने वाला जो करेगा, क्योंकि मुझे अपने काम में कोई गलती आपको नजर नहीं है, क्योंकि मेरे लिहाज से मेरा काम आपको बिल्कुल सही है। तो अब लाजमी दूसरा उसको वो आप उसको वो करेगा, तजिया करेगा, तो जाके उस काम को और बेहतर आपको बनाया जा सकता है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं। जैसे क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस टीम होती है पूरी आईटी में, आप लोग यहाँ माशाल्लाह से आईटी वाले भी हैं, वो कोई
होती है कि उनकी प्रोडक्ट को और अच्छे से अच्छा ना आपको बनाया जा सके।
बिल्कुल। सो देखें, we do quality assurance, or we do this in our professional lives, right? Because the focus is product. Now you have to look at yourself as the main focus. And I want to improve myself by, it's okay if my main goal was to, let's say, something that I'm not very comfortable sharing with other people. It's okay, because I'm confident that this is going to help me become a better person, and I will be able to help other people. And there's a concept of giving and asking for help. ये एक मेन एक मेरी कोचिंग पैकेज की एक मेन थीम है, जिसमें लोग बेसिकली देयर आर मोस्टली पीपल व्हेन दे से दैट they cannot have work-life balance, so they want to achieve a lot of things in life, but they don't know how to balance it. अपने आप को कैसे टाइम दें? There are few themes around it. For example, delegate in your personal and professional life both. And I'm speaking mostly to women, because हम चाहती हैं हम हर काम खुद ही करते रहें. I mean, it's how we grow up. So this is something that we need to create and communicate with people around you, that if PhD और तफसीर और इस पे काम करना मेरे लिए important है, तो मेरे जो बच्चे हैं वो ये काम करेंगे, घर के चोर, और मेरे माशाल्लाह से अगर हस्बैंड आपकी सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, तो वो आप भी बच्चों के को पढ़ाने का ये काम ले लें। और इस तरह की छोटी छोटी बातें ये हम एक दूसरे को दे सकते हैं, डेलीगेट कर सकते हैं अपने इर्द गिर्द के लोगों को, कि इसी तरह वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस और जिंदगी में कोई चीज अचीव होती है।
जैसे हम अपना टाइम मैनेजमेंट काम करते हैं, इस तरह आपको वर्क मैनेजमेंट पे भी आपको काम करना चाहिए कि कौन सा काम हमें आप कितनी देर में और आप किस वक्त में जो करना है, कि हमारे पास आपको है उसमें कौन से काम के लिए कितना टाइम जो रखना है, तो जाके हम अपने शॉर्ट टर्म आपको गोल भी अचीव कर सकेंगे और अपने कैरियर में इनोवेशन भी आपको ला सकेंगे।
बिल्कुल सही है, बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं। ठीक है, तो कुछ चीजें आई थिंक मैं चार्ट्स पे आई मिस्ड इट। सानिया और आयशा, इन सब के कमेंट्स थैंक यू सो मच। महक, बुशरा, आई नो मैं आप लोगों को देख तो सकी नहीं, लेकिन आप लोग सुन रहे हैं और आपके कमेंट्स बता रहे हैं कि आप बिल्कुल in the workshop हो। Okay, so thank you very much। अगर कोई और क्वेश्चन है तो we are here। हाँ, यहाँ से तो हो गया। मोहसिना
मेरा एक सवाल छोटा सा, जैसे कम्युनिकेशन में जनाब बहुत ज्यादा मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग आती है हमारे करियर में। जैसे अब बड़ा एक वैलिड पॉइंट था कि हमें वी नीड टू कम्युनिकेट, तो बात लोग तौर पे या जनरली जो है ना एक ऑब्जर्वेशन काम के करने वालों के हवाले से देखी गई है कि जब वो स्ट्रगल स्टेज में होते हैं तो वो पटक करके जो है ना वो कम्युनिकेशन का लेवल उनका बहुत हाई होता है, वो हर जवाब देना शुरू कर देते हैं, ईमेल भी आती है, बात भी करते हैं, पहुंच भी जाते हैं। लेकिन जैसे ही वो किसी डायरेक्टर लेवल पे पहुंच जाते हैं या मैनेजर बन जाते हैं तो उनके जो है ना वो दिमाग ही जो है ना वो चेंज हो जाता है। मतलब द वे दे कम्युनिकेट, आई डोंट नो फ्रॉम वेयर दे लर्न, दे स्टॉप कम्युनिकेटिंग, जवाब देना ना देना, फोन ना उठाना, मतलब वो ऐसा क्या होता है ऐसे करियर के अंदर कि वो इस तरह बिहेव करने लग जाते हैं। मुझे इसमें थोड़ा गाइड करें। Is it right? Is it recommended in career? Why did people do it? Like, मतलब why they मतलब उनको अपने सुपेट क्यों लेते हैं चुई मुई के तरह? इस तरह तो प्लीज गाइड मी, मतलब हमें मतलब
बासित, ये आपका सवाल जो है ये जहाँ मेरा राय जहाँ तक है वो ये कि कम्युनिकेशन का मसला नहीं है।
अच्छा नहीं बस ठीक है, बस इसका मतलब है कम्युनिकेशन